We did a thing
Bite
already.
your tongue.
Bite thy tongue.
Bite thy serpent's
your tongue.
tongue.
Thou hast done this to thyself. Bite thy tongue.
Gentlemen.
Come on.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Are you comfy out at Thousand Peaks when you have no signal? Sometimes I'm like, I want to jump in a van and run back to base, and they're like, why? And I'm like, I peed my pants. I
Yeah,
changed
no,
them
exactly, no,
just to get
exactly.
into because base camp has Wi-Fi.
Right.
But then you get there and you're like,
Nothing's
what am
happening.
I looking at?
Nobody's waiting.
What's
for it.
happening?
God damn it.
Do you know how we could fix this problem? If production had that antenna thing that they just
Or Yellowstone moves to
a
the big city.
It's an M box. What do they call it? And then
Or we just move to a giant city.
this is the Dutton Ranch. We were there together. You missed the biker scene. I really enjoyed this sequence as a whole. It's a 3-act piece in the car together on the way, getting out, trying to defuse it. Hey! Act 2, and then Teeter deciding to tee off on the first dude.
You kind of roll up, we see all the bikes, and then we see all they're just sitting around a fire, and you're like, okay, well, how is this gonna go down?
It's too early to get in a fight.
We pretty much had like 4 or 5 people, bikers per individual.
Yeah,
That
it was
we
a
were
rough
looking
day.
for. It was I slept pretty well that night. I definitely
was
had a
a-
lavender bath.
We always
That's
get
fun.
whooped. We're not out there just like,
1, 2, yeah.
We're like just getting
Taking this-
beaten.
Throwing over shoulders, down the ground. And we didn't have any stunt doubles that day.
No.
Yeah, we did it all.
See, the women in this valley have gotten a lot more fashionable.
Yeah. And see, Chippendales changed their policy on cap teeth.
What's that?
Josh Holloway is one of the nicest actors I've ever met. I think he's incredible. Those scenes are so fun to watch.
Right, yeah.
And seeing the way that it translates from the page, the script, hilarious. And then those actors,
Right.
to
Light.
see Kelly Riley's
Yeah, a
comedic
little bit
chops,
lighter,
because she's
yeah.
so funny, too.
Yeah.
Bob Schwartz's girl.
I'm nobody's girl.
You're somebody's girl.
Okay, let's stop speaking in Billy Joel songs for starters, okay?
She's found someone that she can spar with
Yeah.
legitimately.
Yeah, on an intellectual level.
Yeah, and that you can see that her eyes twinkle a little bit like this is a formidable opponent.
Yeah.
I want to play for a minute.
Which gets her excited.
Have you given any thought at all to the ranchers who live here? What'll happen to them?
What happened to them? They won't have to be ranchers anymore because they're all so fucking rich.
Good ask.
Beth can get anyone's goat.
Yeah.
So it's so exciting to see her go up against someone who you just can't ruffle.
Okay, my mistake, you fucking cheese dick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like a real float like a butterfly. Like, you can't fucking ruffle that guy.
Right.
He's literally floating around in the
Yeah,
water. just
exactly.
Yeah,
Like, he's happy to be
Seems
here.
to be the problem.
And he has so much, it's because he has so much power. So much power and status and money.
And backed up.
yeah,
by
you
so
can't,
much
you
power
can't
and
necessarily, it's so much harder to get him angry.
Mind the flowers when you leave. I like this girl.
Is it teeter or tighter? How do you say it? Teeter.
What's that?
One more time.
Tight her.
Teeter.
Peter.
Teeter.
Your name, Peter?
Peter.
Teeter. Teeter.
Teeter.
Teeter.
Peter.
Teeter. Teeter.
Peter.
Teeter. Teeter.
Teeter.
Teeter.
What's that?
Okay.
Like,
You gotta keep the tongue forward on
Peter.
your teeth.
Teeter.
This is gibberish.
What do you
Yeah,
have?
they're all deeply foul.
Everything.
Do I look like my fucking name is Peter? You skunk-haired motherfucker.
Do I look like my name is Peter, you skunk-hard mother?
She just called me a mother.
That's pretty good.
Skunk-haired?
That's because this color is hair.
Understood that, didn't you, you bow-legged bastard?
I love that line. You understood that, didn't you, you bow-legged bastard?
Cat on your side of the fence. You gotta tell your boy to watch the bass in his voice when he speaks to me.
I sort of keep my voice up here most of the time, and then when I'm around Cole Hauser, I try to kind of drop it down to sort of legitimize myself in his eyes. So back up here with you guys, hey, I feel comfortable, I'm at home, I can really be myself. This is what my voice really sounds like. But as soon as I'm acting with Cole, it's like, hey, Rip, you with the Yellowstone? What's up, Pard?
So that would be adding or increasing bass
Yeah,
level, which
adding
he does.
more
It sounds
bass.
like he doesn't like that.
But you definitely don't want to talk lower than him, you know?
Yeah, well-
and I couldn't if I tried. Physiologically, I'm not
I'm
capable.
just not capable of doing it.
It's
How low
it's
can
a
you go?
chest cavity thing.
You're trained vocally. What's
Yeah.
your low note? Give me a. Give me a.
I think this is
Dude,
probably,
see that?
This is probably the lowest.
That's
that I
like
can-
that. It's not even in the audible spectrum. I can't even hear
Yeah.
that.
This is what I sound like when I wake up in the morning.
Dog whistle.
Yeah. So that's the low. So I don't think that's why when I engage with Rip, I don't even try to go down that path because I think I would be on the train very quickly.
Sup.
Sup,
So
Sup.
sup, hey,
Sup.
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 What's up? Hey there, Rip.
You know what I think looks hot? When a girl wears a jacket like it's a shirt. Like nothing underneath, just the jacket.
This scene, it's so damn charming. Like you fall in love with her and your relationship. It says so much.
That was such a fun day because Eden Brolin is also pretty afraid of Cole Hauser. So like it was a really exciting opportunity for Eden to sort of have that stuff with Cole, to have to sort of own that space so fully in the way that Mia does. And she does an incredible job. She comes in there with this like insane, like 80 words, like massive monologue where she's talking about all of this crazy shit.
If you think about it, it's sexy when men wear exactly what they're supposed to wear, but for girls, it's sexy to wear what you're not supposed to wear. I don't know. I wonder why that is. I guess it's the taboo of it.
Eden is such a good actor that like Mia owns that space so fully. In a space with Rip, who like
Right.
ostensibly is the highest status character in any room
Right.
that John Dutton's not in.
Right.
And also like Rip is a bit of a father figure for Jimmy, so there's that terrifying thing of like introducing your girlfriend to your dad. It's very frightening. And Cole also is such an incredible comedic actor.
Oh, for sure.
You know that song, Rip?
What song?
Turtles All the Way Down? Let me play it for you. You're gonna love it.
Yes, Mia. You know what? Put on some music. Wouldn't that be nice, Jimmy? Some music would be nice, wouldn't it?
Cole so rarely gets to stretch his comedic muscles on the show,
Right.
so it's so fun to sit there and watch Cole.
I swear, you're gonna love it.
Right.
Because Cole has a better sense of comedic timing and a better sense of like using his ethos as Rip for comedy's sake.
Right.
Come here. Come here. When we get back to the ranch, I'm gonna kill you with my bare fucking hands, Jimmy. I'm gonna kill you for this.
Hello, 40J Smith.
Jimmy, you ain't got sense enough to pour warm piss out of your boot.
How does, let's just break this one
Yeah.
down, because this is unclear to me. First of all, how does the piss get in the boot?
I've thought about this a lot.
And like, if it's really cold out, you might want to leave it in there.
You pee yourself, you're frightened or under extreme duress, you yourself pee. Your boot fills up with that pee as it runs down your leg.
Got it.
And then if one had any sense, one might empty one's boot.
But
However,
if it's really chilly,
if it's really chilly or if one
it's like
were...
peeing in a
It just seems
wetsuit.
like a lot would go on. I have my chaps on, I have my long johns on, my
Taking the
jeans
boots
on,
off, not
but there
easy.
just seems like there's a lot of areas that it would never make it to the boot. It just seems
Oh.
like it would get really, you know what I mean? Like it'd just be really
the
damp.
piss would be soaked up.
The warmth would only last for so long, and then you'd want to get that piss out of there.
As soon as that piss gets out of your body, it's cooling down.
I'm aware of the insult. I just. Why is there piss in my boat? I don't know if I can be in a relationship with someone who shows such poor judgment.
First butt I ever saw was in the film Waterworld, and now I've shown my butt on television, and it just really makes me smile to think that out there might be a young Jeff watching
Right.
Yellowstone and seeing his first human ass.
Waterworld was the first time I saw a woman's butt. So in a lot of ways, I think that Kevin is
That's 6 espressos catching up with you.
Responsible.
Just goes.
Kevin is in part responsible for
Seeing a woman's
sort of
butt.
formative, yeah, like a formative experience for a prepubescent Jefferson White. Waterworld.
What you're saying, you saw an ass in Waterworld.
Yeah.
Kevin that was your first ass on TV.
Yeah.
Then now your ass is on TV, and you're thinking about someone watching your ass
Yeah.
And it just, where does that end?
I think, yeah, one of the big
Just-
themes this season is legacy.
It's just turtles all the way down.
You know, is this idea of
Do they now go into
legacy.
acting so that they can show their butt because
Exactly.
of you?
Yeah,
What
in
did
a-
it start
in an
in?
elevator.
Perpetuating a cycle of exploitation?
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know.
It
Yeah.
was yours,
My butt.
not a stunt butt.
My own
stunt
butt.
Wow.
They asked me, they said, hey, we can get any number of stunt butts in here. It's gonna be hard to match your butt. You know, my butt's a hard butt to match.
Yeah, because you have the scars, so it's
Yeah,
a hard. You know.
I've got the scars. It's a very specific butt,
But,
as
right.
as any of Yellowstone's 35 billion viewers could tell you. Those are the real numbers. We just looked.
I feel like we should explore this deeper.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that me and my therapist will be talking about for a long time, so we don't
good.
necessarily
Well,
need
we don't
to
need to spend the time to do it
explore
here. Okay, well,
here.
that's good. As long as you've addressed it.
Rip, have you figured out how to do this without all us getting trampled?
Let's get up there as fast as we can and just chase some bitches down a mountain.
I think after 3 seasons of writing, that's a moment where you are even like, well, this is pretty phenomenal.
I don't think it's been captured on film, that many horses being run
At all.
in that kind of scape. I mean, that's like some...
I mean, you had hundreds of acres of just wide open space and these beautiful horses.
People are gonna think maybe that we fudged it somehow.
Of course, but we didn't
no.
at all.
No, we
Like,
didn't.
there's all of those horses are real. We're doing all of the riding in an element that we are not even familiar with because it's not like we're pushing cattle. You know, like I've never pushed horses before. The landscape and the beauty of it all, and it's just, you know, again, it's something that you read and you're like, how are we gonna do this? You know what I mean? And as an artist, you're just kind of like, okay, there'll be a green screen, they'll do this or something. But you're like, no, what he wrote is what we're gonna do, and that's pretty fascinating.
You know, I got half a mind to run up that hill and do it again.
Okay, just some ground rules between you two. Let's try to keep it clean, keep it above the belt.
Yeah, let's head not
Protect yourself
sexual.
at all times.
Listen, tell that to Denim's mom.
So
listen.
we had this day, right? So we got to
Season 2.
Season 2, we had the cougar thing.
Okay, so just to clarify, Colby's mom, that's a cougar?
That'll be the last time you ever refer to my mom as a cougar.
She prefers wildcat. And that was an improvised line.
It was
Season 2,
improvised. We
it
had
was-
no idea that he was going to use any of it.
We didn't know. We were just talking shit,
Right.
as we do. And then they used that line in the edit. And then Taylor, I guess, liked it so much that he started writing that whole subplot.
Yeah, there's a whole like another layer of our relationship now where you're just completely obsessed with my mom.
Hey, bro, just try not to roll my dick or your mom's gonna be really pissed.
Give me the fucking rope.
That was funny.
And that's very strange. At this time, it was like you just went a little too far,
Yeah.
right? So I think that you really kind of broke through some boundaries that we had, and we never really addressed that. You know, so I think that I was kind of maybe,
Pain,
yeah, I think I was kind of just a little bit like maybe holding that in. You know, and I think that now I feel kind of comfortable as like a recap to kind of go back and talk about me feeling a little bit violated emotionally in that way.
I think that Jimmy, much like Jeff and Denim, I think that Jimmy has profound respect for Colby.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, just like with a schoolyard crush, you might make fun of the person who you admire most
Yeah.
to try to get their attention.
Right.
I think that Jimmy, in some ways, teases Colby because he respects him so much and respects his mother so much.
Just a little hair pulling that we're talking about.
And also, much like in real life, Colby could just beat Jeff's ass, you know? Colby could beat Jimmy's ass, and Denim could beat Jeff's ass. And I know that. I know it deep inside
But
me.
you never felt threatened that that was ever going to happen?
No, never once.
Okay.